Good morning. Welcome to True Moon Tarot. My name is FeleciaMarie, and today we will be pulling some random cards. Just to see where we're at, where our energy is at. For some of you, there's a message of, excuse me. For some of you, there's a message to stop coveting. What the fuck was that? Alright, sorry guys. My husband and I are reorganizing parts of our house, and so there's boxes everywhere, and so my cats decide to play in them, and they just knocked them over. But anywho, so like I was saying, there is a sense of not coveting anymore, not wanting to take somebody else's things, right? However, we also have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, which to me speaks more of a, in this particular aspect, it's more of a clash between your two halves. It's a union that you're kind of refusing, you're kind of blocking. There's something that you are not understanding, that you're letting get in the way of your progress, right? There is with the Four of Cups, and we also have the Six of Swords. So you're going, some of you may or may not already be going through this or have just came out of this, but it's going to be a moment of detachment, a moment of depression, a moment where nothing makes sense to you. And the only way that, and you feel like you're going to want to run, you feel like you just want to give up, like life just isn't working out anymore. But the problem, or I mean, the truth is that you just kind of need to go within yourself, figure out what you really want to accomplish, so to speak, how you want your life to change, what things in your life you want to change, what you can change, and then slowly working towards finding things that excite you again. Because when you're depressed and you go through moments of detachment, or you go through moments where nothing means anything to you anymore, it's kind of difficult to find where you begin again, right? It's hard to figure out what will put that spark back in your life, and that's something that you kind of need to look, not necessarily look forward to, but you need to reach, if that makes sense. Oh. For some of you, I feel like there's a third-party situation. It's almost as if okay, so yeah, for some of you, one second. So for some of you, there is a third-party situation. I have to go get that out of my oven. I'll be right back. Alrighty, sorry guys. Okay, so for some of you, I feel like there's some sort of third-party relationship. For some of you, you are feeling very detached and very depressed and very, what do I do, right? What's my purpose? And you're so used to this aspect of fleeing when things go wrong, or when something doesn't make sense, or you feel like the walls are closing in on you, right? You tend to have outbursts and maybe act a little manic and just kind of want to flee, right? It produces your fight or flight response. So for some of you, being in a third-party relationship, as we are, so to speak, For some of you, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's, you know, you and your partner and another person, or you and you being the third party to somebody, right? It could be literally anything as in a third party in relationships. That could be having a bad habit that you covet more or that you pay more attention to than your spouse, or it could be actual cheating, right? It could be not even necessarily a bad habit. It could just be a habit, anything that puts stress or puts space between you and your partner, or you and your other self, right? Because it could all be internal too. It could be, you know, there's a bad habit that's keeping my X paradigm and my Y paradigm, or my higher self and my lower self, from truly integrating and truly being one, right? There could be this this habit that you do that is causing a disconnect between your two halves. It doesn't necessarily have to be another person. It could be a job, it could be a habit, whatever. You get the point, right? So I was pulling to see, you know, like what how these two cards go together, right? Well, for the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups, the card that goes together in between them would be the Seven of Cups, which speaks to multiple decisions, speaks to the possible mastery of different areas in your life, right? Taking the things that you know, the things that you've seen, and using them to your benefit, or coveting certain things, right? Having greater memories, having memories that are more important than another, or having experiences in your life that have been major stepping stones to help make you into who you are, right? That it could be that kind of thing. And then we have the Two of Swords for the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So with the Two of Swords, that really means that it's a decision that you believe you have, that you're not paying attention to. You're not paying attention to every avenue or every aspect of said situation. You're blinded to something. There's something you're not seeing. That could be blinded by the love. That could be, you know, something like wearing purple haze glasses or pink rose-colored glasses, right? That type of thing. It could be, this could directly be saying that, listen, if you are in a third party situation, you know, with you, somebody, and somebody else, that there is this time when you need to make the decision. Now, if you are the one who is being pursued by multiple people, honestly, I wouldn't choose any of them. You want to know why? Because that means that they're only being drawn to you for one reason and one reason only: your light. And whether you understand that or not, and they understand that or not, that is a completely different story. That is something that needs to be discussed. And that's something that needs to be healed within yourself. A lot of us, when we are in that fight or flight aspect, and a lot of us, when we are in a moment of downfall, that is when, I don't want to necessarily say the devil, but that is when the darker forces that reside within our universe, or reside within this plane that we live on, or who can interact with this plane that we live on, they tend to throw people at you. They tend to bring people back from your past. They will throw new people at you, but same experiences, same personalities. Maybe they remind you of something, right? They will throw something at you in order to get your attention, so that it draws you in and it brings you in, and it will keep you in this rut. It will keep you in this detached state, and it will keep the control and the power over you, because there is something about you that is powerful. There's something about you that needs to rise above the rest, or gain enlightenment, right? We also have the Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. And then sorry, I'm just looking. So the last three cards in the bottom of the deck is going to be the Lovers, the Nine of Wands, and the Death card. Now, with that, it kind of helps lead me into my statement that I was going to talk about before. Coming out of a rut, coming out of depression, trying to figure out what is that spark, or what will bring back your spark, is very, very difficult. It is not an easy feat. Trust me, I've done it. it's not easy. It's hard, and there's a lot of learning about yourself that's going to need to be done. But it's not bad, right? Having these cards that are here just goes to show that in the end, your guides, your spirits, God, the universe is still watching over you, and they're still protecting you. No matter what you go through, as long as you have faith, you're going to come out on top, regardless of if you understand why or not. I will say, if you are in a polyamorous relationship, more than one partner, for a select few of you, one of those choices will really offer up some insight into who you are. One of those choices is going to help bring you to a new level of yourself, a new level of understanding for yourself, a new level of commitment, a new level of love, a new level of self-love, of self-realization, of abundance. It's one of those relationships is going to set you on the right path to further your enlightenment or your growth faster, whereas the other one, while it will still bring you towards your growth, there is going to be a lot of trauma, a lot of things that you're going to have to work through, and there's going to be a lot of times when something reminds you of something that has happened, or something that you've already been through, and it's going to be a test to see how you handle it, right? I think that's all we're gonna go for now. This is one of my shorter videos, so hopefully we can start making shorter ones. I might or might not there is a message to stand up for yourself. Don't let anybody control you. Make sure you're caring about the right things, okay? Make sure you're it's okay to be selfish. Just don't be a dick. For some of you, it's the biggest test that you're going to have is the test of sticking up for yourself, the test of no longer reverting back to the quote-unquote submissive personality aspects that you have because of your past trauma, because of the things you've experienced. Your guides want you to know that it's okay to be a quote know-it-all, because this is about your life, this is about your body, this is about your soul, right? You do what's best for you. Your guides will follow you, protect you, and help guide you. They're not going to throw you under the bus, right? There is a message for some of you to reconnect more with your family. You know, like if there's some family members you haven't quite necessarily seen in a while, or some family members that you don't really talk to all that often, now is a good time to kind of let them know that you've been thinking about them, that you love them, that you wish them the best, you know, let them know how your life's going, whatever. Because you never know, one of those, they might have good advice and you just never thought to ask, right? I heard cat stuff. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and a fantastic rest of the month.